workout that's going to leave you merry and sweaty. So this is a rendition of the 12 Days of Christmas workout, which means that you are doing the song 12 Days of Christmas, but with a list of exercises working your way all the way up, so the last day is really intense. You do, if possible, need a set of dumbbells, so you can do the exercises without them, and I do make notes in the blog post as to how to vary those in case you need to. A couple of the exercises are really simple in terms of weight, so you could actually use full bottles of wine, which of course then makes you work a little harder because you don't want to break them. So settle in, check out the exercises, and get your sweat on for the next 12 days. Okay, so first up is a plank, really, really basic. Just make sure that your core is engaged so your hips are kind of tucked under, whether that's from your forearms or your hands. If it's from your hands, just shoulders right over the wrist there. Goblet squats are next with a slight unilateral variation, so it's a little bit more intense than the traditional squat you're used to. Next up is V-ups. You can actually do these as a little bit less intense from the ground. If you can't do the full V-up, it does require a lot of hamstring flexibility. Plank rows, don't twist those hips, maintain your plank integrity on that one, okay? And then you're going right into Superman lifts. So a couple of options here, but make sure that you are keeping a neutral neck so we're not lifting up too far. If you need the support, do the single limb variation. The single leg bridges, just make sure you are using your bum muscles and not your low back for those. Push-ups. Push-ups are a tricky one. Elbows stay tucked. You're making an A shape with your torso and your elbows. If you can't do it, do an eccentric only variation, okay? So slowly lower. Lunges, very, very straightforward. You can do walking lunges, deficit, any kind of lunge that you want here. Floor bows are trickier than you think. They hit the back of the arms, but you do have to maintain that core plank position. You can regress them and do them elevated off the wall, but again, tucking that core up and under to engage. Thrusters, very, very straightforward. You can do it with 2 dumbbells or 1, depending on the intensity that you kind of want that day. You have dead bugs. Make sure you are in a posterior pelvic tilt. That low back is on the ground. If it arches, it does not count. And finally, side lying hip raises to hit the glutes. This is a really fun one. Make sure that your hips stay squared. And if you're really feeling it, add a weight on top for a little bit more intensity.